Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Two Point Museum, where today we are continuing to push toward being a museum of everything. Listen, it all comes from prehistory, right? We've got most of our goals accomplished here. All that we really have to do is just add a bunch of buzz to our museum. This number is not correct. Hold on a second. There's no way we have 1,200 buzz. I'm sure that it'll update at some point to the correct number. Probably like the next time we add an exhibit to the ground, it'll do its thing. So I guess let's get on that. We have one expedition running. Okay, we're being offered another chance to showcase the olive statue. This has been working out just fine for us. Just kind of like tucking it in over here. Near the tour, not actually on the tour. I am noticing there's an awful lot of stuff over here that doesn't have its full buzz bonus. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I haven't decorated this area very thoroughly. So let's see here. We can put some... I mean, some of this stuff is like from Earth's history. And some of it is from Earth's future, the nearby future. But also, you know, some of it's from other planets. It's crazy. And then we could like put some stuff on the walls. Maybe like probably not a dinosaur head. That probably doesn't make a lot of sense. You could get like a banner, right? Come check out it's the prehistory museum, but also there's all this kind of wild shit going on. The thing is, I want to put this in a place where it's actually affecting the buzz of these exhibits over here. Yeah, the banners are worth a ton. That is really wild. And then map of Bungle Burrows doesn't really make sense. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what all... I mean, we don't have any cheesemonger stuff. So putting cheese all over the walls is probably kind of silly. But like, yeah, hey, look, a lot of this stuff is actually from space. Isn't that cool? Okay, there we go. And there's our update. So 2506. Much closer to what we were actually doing. So we do need to continue grabbing mysteries, prehistory mysteries. And I did want to try to get some of these plants. We have some mulch now, right? Okay, over here. I was headed over here for dinosaur bones. Over here, we're trying to reach enlightenment level 15 in prehistory, so that's gonna take a while. We did have another drill. Should we just hire a supernatural expert? Go ahead and bite the bullet. Like, I know we're kind of short on money sometimes. It's very stop and go, I feel like, with this place. There's a lot more botany stuff we could be researching, or we could be recovering as well. I think that's probably worth thinking about. What do we need to make it through here? You know what? We'll be fine, actually. $16,000 is primarily what we need.
Seek medical attention in the museum before going to a hospital.
So let's let our ticket sales and whatnot get caught up. Okay, you're getting healed. I was like, somebody's health looks awfully low. But no, it's just the process of getting de-injured. I guess that probably goes to like a subway or something. People entering the subway are not my problem. Alright, there is $16,000. So let's check it out. So it's tropical plants and edible plants. Interesting. Alright, we need a rank 5 botany expert Neither of these two are particularly well suited. Both sort of just like equally good at the thing. Nobody has survival skills. Well, Trevor, I gotta tell you, I don't want to take him because he's on he recovers from injuries very slowly. Hugh's almost level 8, or almost level 9 too, so that's pretty good. And then if we bring Simon Eggnog, you bring his photographic memory. Yeah, let's pull that. So that'll get us a team rank of 19. Man, do we have a level 7? We don't. We are really, really close to being able to pull perfect excavation. Well, let's send him with a survey scanner so we get as much progress on the river as possible. And 2 of these events will happen on the expedition, so somebody's getting injured for sure. It's fine.
Restock gift shop.
It's fine. We have a thing for that. And then I am going to go ahead and throw out job advertisements for
Attention. The expedition
a supernatural
team are
expert.
leaving now. Please say goodbye and good riddance.
Huh. Why am I not allowed to do that? Okay, there we go. It's just being weird. We don't have to, we don't have to have a lot of them. We don't have to use them for a lot. Oh, the Yetis like to see the the frozen mysteries at work. You guys are all getting theoretically extrapolated. Presumably, I don't really know what that machine does. Does that make it irresponsible to have one and just be allowing our guests to subject themselves to it? Yeah, maybe. Okay, so what do we got here? We got, hold on, we need a little bit of money in the bank. Okay. Clumsy, but with photographic memory, nice smelling face and analytical, and has the analysis room perk. Or Damon Tornado, who might be valuable specifically because he doesn't have a skill trained yet. Yeah, I think let's do that because we don't know what we're gonna want, what we're gonna need him to have. And it can be a real pain when people have
Attention. Botany exhibits need water.
when people have all of their slots filled and they're still like 3 levels away from the next one opening up. Okay, so slowly all of this stuff is building out. 500 more buzz is still a lot. It's still pretty tough. All right, we're expecting that to be what, like 7 exhibits or something like that? Although it's possible that I don't have all of my current exhibits maximized. Are we okay over here? I mean, whatever. It's probably fine. Did we ever... Do I still want to build that sprayer? Because we don't have one, and we totally could have one. We also are going to hit the upgrade objective probably naturally, so maybe I want to wait until we have... Yeah, I probably want to wait until I upgrade this to level 3 before I build any of it. So we're not doing anything in our workshop right now. We could be fixing that. I don't know that we need a lot of I don't know that we need a lot of extra entertainment or anything though. It feels like people are mostly pretty happy right now. Our reviews are very strong. All right, show me something cool. Sadly, they did not quite manage to level up. New dinosaur bones. The first known creature to take small bites in order to make its food last longer. It's a big scary dinosaur that you wouldn't want to want to steal. Now, the question is this thing small enough that it can be reasonably fit into this area? And the answer might be yes. We might be able to finagle this. right? Because this thing is tiny and probably relocatable if I really want to. Yeah, let me pick this up. We can probably do this without having to do a dramatic redesign. Sorry, it's this one. So pick up the Nibbledon skeleton. Move this over to here. Apparently I have a memorial that's just not being displayed right now. The Jock Drum Memorial, I feel like should be in the front area, right? People should know that we care about our lost colleague. Okay, so the Nibbledon going right there means that I can now jam my Boldadillo. Let's see here. Some of these have really weird, like, wing out areas. Does complicate things somewhat. Yeah, the Boldadillo will actually work pretty... I think it'll work okay here. So let me move this. There we go, as far back as we can. Move this out a little bit. Move this out a little bit. And then, yeah, tack that down right there. And we will have to redesign the tour. Interestingly, the Boldadillo seems not to have been on the tour in the first place, maybe? Okay, so Boldadillo becomes the first stop, followed by all this stuff. The Nibbledon becomes the second to last. There we go. Perfect length. We'll get some good buzz out of completing this for sure. And then it turns out I also just have this stink plant that I had not yet put down. Wants to be in a hot botanical area. The cooler here is really only making the area cool in a very very small way. So we can put this quite close, and then jam a wall heater up next to it. Dehumidifier, here we go. Yeah, that'll do. It's already humid in this area. So, mostly pretty happy. You have stink spores. Smells terrible when its health is low. Okay. Well, it would be best to not allow that to occur. It needs to be near a vine column, which is like extremely doable. Apparently we don't have maximum decoration on this thing either, which is weird. I'm gonna put up a little decorative sign for the bathroom. It's over there. And then put down like a flower planter here to hide the the heater. And what else? We don't have a lot of botany stuff, owing in no small part to the fact that I have not actively pursued botany with any museum yet. But we can throw some more just kind of generic flowers around. Maybe like put this over. I don't know what this here does, except like they clearly the audience clearly knows, the people that are here clearly know what part of the museum they're in, but for whatever reason, that does drive this up.
Deeper, the show that delves into the world
Okay.
of archaeology, the unexplained, and
So we're going to need to go back to that node a few times. It is 21k each time. That's absolutely doable. We would love to avoid the Mono Beast nest. We would love to avoid injury. We would love to bring home experience points. Although, well, our existing stink plant is only epic, and we would prefer to pull a pristine one. So I guess I'm going to throw out a long version of the expedition. If they bring home dinosaur bones,
Is the Earth
whatever.
comprised of
And then
multiple
if they bring home a better
planets?
stink
Well,
plant, we can
according to
burn this one, because it does have
Professor
actually
Mudley
quite a lot of
Crane,
room for knowledge.
it's not. Crane
Although for the moment, I
has
guess we'll probably
spent
just
months tapping the surface of Swellbard with a teaspoon.
we'd probably just
in a bid
keep it to
crack
accumulate
Earth
buzz
open
in
and
general.
prove it's a giant. So far, his findings are inconclusive, but the professor hopes to resume his experiment once he recovers from a bout of hypothermia that currently has him hallucinating he's a door handle called Pete. A theory that holds considerably more water than us living on a giant confectionery treat.
Staff
Museum
wages are
security
very
monitored
serious.
in this area. It's a bit tense, isn't it?
We're making a lot of money in general, but staff wages are, yeah. Our staff wages have gotten very intense.
Stuck in the museum. They may need dislodging.
We're getting a notification that somebody's stuck in the museum and may need dislodging, but it's hard
Attention.
to
Thieves
imagine
prevented from escaping. Phew.
where that could even occur. I don't think that's actually happening, is what I'm gonna say.
The expedition team have returned. Survey
Alright,
complete.
let's give this some time to just slowly build up, because yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna hit payroll again and things are gonna drop negative. Okay, coming to evaluate the security measures. Hopefully we'll get a pretty decent report on that. Yep, we knew somebody was gonna get bit. We discovered a dancing tree, swaying in and out of the wind. Okay, hot and humid. We have a
Always so
a
glad
spot to
I
put
don't
you down
have to go.
immediately. What a bizarre plant. You know, for kids. Your buzz bonus is just a vine column. Everybody loves a vine column. Alright, happy to see that then. What does it cost us to blow through this? This is a $25,000 expedition.
Medical attention.
And it is probably worth pursuing. It's just, you know, in a minute. So yeah, as you can see here, we're finding a lot of exhibits that are in like the 30s to 50s as far as buzz goes, which does not make getting to 3,000 super easy.
Expert required to restore exhibit.
People are way into this.
Alert.
It doesn't say explicitly that it gives a bunch of entertainment, but the kids do seem to enjoy it, and you can see how it might.
Announcement. Our security measures are being inspected.
Alright, security measures being inspected, that's totally fine.
There's a crate on the head.
Okay, yay. That level up is significant. And more Dibbledon pieces. Is this a 4? Yeah.
Pad. Oh, and the expedition team have returned safely. Also good news.
So that's pretty solid at least.
The exhibit has been retrieved from.
Oh, hold on. There we go. That should allow us to push through this. So we need somebody with mechanics. That should be no problem. Rolando, go with them. Damon Tornado can handle some of this work. And right now we are at 14. So if we toss Maisie Haircut in there too, it's exactly enough to remove all of the negative possibilities from the table, everybody's going to get just a little bit of bonus XP. And we're going to open up, hopefully, some very interesting nodes.
Guess should stop feeling paranoid.
Sure looks like we need more assistance, but I don't know that I want to hire anybody else right now. I'm just the tiniest bit worried. Alright, continuing to hit this over and over again. This is 21. Was it this one that was 16? Yeah. I mean, we can work this one. So Hugh and unfortunately Simon. There we go. That gets us to 21 in fact. Sadly, it is the wet season now. And without survival skills, we are vulnerable to get bitten by a snake. Well, the thing is, I really do want to push. Yeah, I really do want to push the rarity availability here. So somebody's getting bit by a snake.
Farewell to the expedition team.
Listen, there's no human lethal snakes in that area. We've studied it. It'll be fine. All right, let's Okay, so we still have a bunch of stuff over here that's not actually happy. Is this because of buzz bonuses?
It really is a shambles.
It is, in fact. Okay, and every one of you wants to be near a different thing. What fun. Some of that we can do, but I'm not going to stress about it while we're still this far away from our goal. It is true that we are out of money. Oh, look at that. All of a sudden, we're not out of money. The game should just trust me. I know what I'm doing here. I've been curating museums for quite some time at this point. Alright, so what does our new node look like? The road to ancient civilization finally begins to show signs of life, as well as plenty of death. There's prehistoric intrigue as far as the eye can see, but most of it will crumble if you look at it. So we take this up, and yep, there are spirits to be discovered here. Also, dinosaur bones. And you know, who's to say we don't run a little spirit room? Maybe that ends up making a lot of sense. There is a wow. There's a pretty severe cave collapse event here. We're not going to be hitting level 30 consistently in this area for a very long time, being forced to include our supernatural expert. So we might actually want to make some rank cheese. And then obviously we still got to do this.
There's no one in the camera room.
It may behoove us to cheese. That is going to take a minute. I didn't realize that it was going to be 30 days for each charge. I am seeing guests getting pretty low energy as they approach this area. We can maybe do a little something about that. Let's just throw out some, like, a burp machine. Maybe also some morsel men. Unfortunately, with the we'll put the morsel men over here. I do want to make sure that there's room for a bench. Oh, hold on. There we go. Alright, I don't feel too bad about the overhang there. And then we've already got a bin in the area. Hopefully that'll be enough to control people's desperate need to litter. Showcase the olive statue in the safest place in the museum for long enough. And I guess, yeah, for the moment, you're just going to keep doing the things that we are doing. We're trying to work these two locations for everything they got. There you're actually closest to a level up. And then still doing this in case of another stink flower.
Smallest museum, a red box containing the world's largest phone. It says here that the communication device is so ancient it can only be powered by feeding strange circular discs into it at regular intervals. Museum curator Reginald Trippleworth eagerly proclaimed on the landmark anniversary that he's looking forward to welcoming the museum's first visitor in the near future. We'll be right back after this.
Botany exhibit.
All right, our science expert is, or our space expert rather, is level 5 already. That's pretty cool. It does feel like on this one at least, there's we're doing an awful lot of waiting. Ooh. Increased drink, but decreases toilet comfort. Y'all, do not fucking drink from the exhibits. What's wrong with you? So this is an edible plant. I guess I'm just going to put it where the other plants are. It's a little on the big side. There's the front. Okay. What's your problem? You're unreachable. It kind of wants to be like, yeah, you can see when it gets denied, it sometimes shows the footprints that are not available. It wants to be accessible from, it wants to be in like the middle of a space, not up against a wall. So it's unfortunate that we have to deal with it here. Move the map kiosk over. That gives people a little bit of room to engage as they walk past, and just take a sip and then immediately run to the bathroom.
Before they could escape.
And indeed, there is the level 3 sprinkler pump. I am in fact going to build one of those once we have space here. Okay, we're doing really well on money actually, thanks to the amount of cash that we just pulled from the olive thing. So we've cleared out the lethargic river. We could get a higher quality dancing tree, but I don't really feel like I'm in a huge hurry to do that. Did we get everything that displays here? We did not get a fossil. Okay, that stuff we've all done. Do I want to try to go back and get that fossil? Our fossil collection is very strong. We probably don't really need the help. But we do need to disassemble 6 more prehistory objects. So I suppose there's something to be said for heading back there for that. Yeah, all right. So this could just be pretty much any 2 experts. It looks like we are not going to be able to avoid the sandstorm. But I can send you with an XP journal and make sure you missed that at least. Alright. It is an expedition that is about as long as the other expeditions, but it's considerably cheaper. And when I say the other, obviously I mean the ones that we were just running. This is an awful lot of buzz to have to suddenly build up. Poorly decorated camera room and no upgraded camera booths. You know that's true. Everywhere that I have a camera booth, it is level 1. I didn't even realize we could upgrade those. All right, we're getting our stuff together, getting ready to to cheat some of these event levels.
It's no longer presentable.
Oh, we got ourselves another cute little design here. This one is a dresser with a flower on it. What a strange device.
Botany exhibits
And even stranger that I have no idea how it works. Okay, what is everybody... Is everybody wanting an info stand? Is there not... Is the info over here insufficient? We'll just put down a new info stand. Okay, yeah, you can see the plants are constantly kind of in need of water. And not that the botany guys don't get around to it, but I would love to take it off of their hands and also, you know, make sure that we don't have something crazy happen
to restock gift shop.
due to a botany expert being just like busy for too long all in a row. Starting to get a little worried about it right now, though. They sure are not getting watered. All right. Spa point is not what I want. Robocharger, sprinkler pump. Sprinkler pump 3. They're not even that expensive. Out of curiosity, do we have somebody on this? Actually, no.
Please excuse the exhibit that requires restoration.
All right, hopefully he'll run around and water all of them. You know you want to.
Caring for plants is never
Or is he just wandering away?
make it
No, okay, he's going to take care of things. What a handy fellow. What a friend. Okay, there we go. The truly juicy stink plant. How did I have this other one slotted in here? There we go. Okay. Good as new, although I only gained like 5 buzz from doing that, and I maybe should have just kept the other one around and displayed it as well. It's tough to know that kind of stuff, right? All right, now that we've had that happen once, let's go ahead and just do safe expeditions here until we finish the Nibbledon.
Roughly 20 of the most
Turn those around a little bit faster.
And said, hey, what's not to like? With that many ingredients, it's bound to help you. The whole you, any way you want. It's a fragrance.
And then we're just waiting and waiting and waiting.
It's a holistic.
Who would have thought that the job of being a museum curator would not be like a mile a minute?
medical attention. Not this again.
Not sure exactly where we're going to put the sprinkler.
Announcement. Vandal caught in the act. What a bad guest.
All right. We found out about one animal or criminal, but we captured 2.
Probably help them.
I suppose that's a pretty good track record. It is definitely suspicious, though, for you to be like, listen, for every criminal in the museum, we kick 2 out. People are going to have questions, and rightfully so. Okay, pterodactyl skeleton. Send to inventory. So we have a pterodactyl. Yeah. Sorry, a flapodactyl. I should just burn this. I could throw it on the ground and, like it is 28 extra fame, but it's or buzz, but it's not going to push us over anyway.
Needed to restore exhibit. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. We're 1 of 3 knowledge on that. So everybody over here is like desperate for an info stand, which is interesting. Yeah, one should be good. That should handle them. All right, and it feels like, we're working at pace. We're trying our level best. It was this one? It was this one. Was it? Yeah, I mean, I do want to find the expedition, or the, what do you call it? I mean, this will be fine. Whatever. And... Sure.
If you touch a botany exhibit and become unwell or otherwise digest,
So we have somebody who wants to resign. Alright, first of all, Ava Champion looking pretty unhappy. Pay satisfaction plays a significant part. And then most of your other unhappiness is due to transitory factors. It's stuff that you will be well done with very soon. I do not remember the name of the other person who we were looking at who wanted to leave. But I'm glad we caught Ava. Maybe it was just Ava.
good luck to our team departing on an expedition.
Boggy Men, that's going to be annoying given how, thorough I've been with bathroom placements. I'm just going to rely on the security guards for the most part here.
It really is a shambles.
An exhibit collector, very unlikely that we are about to sell, unless we meet that buzz threshold, in which case we could just go ahead and be rid of something. Okay, another stink plant, more stuff for the analysis. The analysis bin, once the analysis bin is actually open. Okay, this should be totally acceptable. Do we still need to level this up? We don't. I can't guarantee the camping spot, unfortunately, with the tropical storm in the way, but that's just going to have to be what it is.
Security are watching for your safety. Do you feel safe?
All right, we are starting to get a little bit of a bottleneck at the deconstructor, and I certainly don't want to buy a second one.
Analysis complete. Our collective knowledge has increased.
All right, we could run one more stink plant through this thing.
Botany exhibits are living things, but some of ours are right on the edge.
Oh, did I finish building? I sure did. That is like perfect. So it wants to be near any science decoration. We can go ahead and like stick something to the wall maybe. Remarkably, that counts, even though they cannot perceive each other. All right, and now it should take care of the things in that area, the plants in that area, so we don't have to worry too much about our
No one takes our stuff.
frankly, incompetent restoration experts.
Expert required to restore exhibit. You're the expert.
We have a little bit of room left in this hallway and kind of not a lot of room anywhere else. I really need to pick up more prehistory mysteries. They also need these damned expeditions to come back a little faster. As the team works through a forest, it suddenly begins raining venomous snakes. Sadly, the team forgot to pack umbrellas, so we could run from the poisonous snakes. It's just rained seems like a crazy thing to say, or it's just snakes. You know what? It is in fact just snakes. That's right, and it turns out the snakes mean you no harm. They slither away in pursuit of other less bitey activities. So wait, who got this? Was this everyone on the team became a snake charmer, or? It sounds like a useful skill.
Please welcome the
Presuming that it's not
museum.
linear, or literal. Even then, honestly, it wouldn't be terrible. Yeah, look at all the restoration that needs doing and is going neglected just because we have all of our experts out on the road. Sorry, a little bit of a distraction there. Really, another one of these damn things. This one I think we're just selling? Or I mean, we could just like dump them in a corner somewhere. Cuz Buzz is Buzz at this point, and we're still waiting on the analysis room to open up. Yeah, I would rather have them in a place like this where we're still getting their buzz. This is not considered to be a hot climate. This one's not considered to be humid enough. And at this point, like 55 extra buzz is something we care about. All right, wall humidifier. There we go. Yeah, we may need to take a second before sending out more expeditions just to give our experts time to restore everything.
She's made a major archaeological discovery.
I can't believe I'm on the radio.
Can you tell us what you found, Natalie?
Sure.
Okay, somebody cleaned this up, so it's starting. We're getting there.
We just done pulling crackers when I looked down, and what do I see? A golden crown.
All right,
It was
show
so
me
big,
new thing.
it almost
Some
felt
kind of weird fossil.
Paper?
The alternate yesterday fossil. Our own dimension's captain yesterday was one of only a handful to successfully develop time travel. Unlike this chump. This is just a fossil.
Yeah.
So, that being the case, do we want to tuck it over here somewhere, or...
Worthy witticism?
Yeah? How did you know?
Just a hunch. We'll be right back. Hopefully with something much better.
Staff should seek medical attention in the museum.
Let me see about this. What if we move this over here? Put this guy down kind of right here. I like the symmetry with the frozen caveman. So this tour is already... No, this tour is not, in fact, too long. Will it be too long? if my alternate yesterday fossil is in here, but you know, at the top. Yeah, the length is only great. Okay, you know what? Yeah, just keep it as it is. It's over a 4-star tour. I can only ask so much. You want to be near a hanging amber? I think that's absolutely arrangeable. All right, 2869. We are getting close. Exhibits are getting restored, so let's start out again. And once again, there is not much we can do here aside from hope. Just hope to pull the skeleton instead of the deadly plants. And then with the other one, looking for stuff that came from this area so that we can potentially burn it in the secure devices room. It's a question of like, where have we missed things? Now see, there are dinosaur bones up there, we're told. Let's have a look at that. Doesn't seem like he wants anything in particular. It's not cheapest, but cheap. All right, send you in there. And then I need, yeah, a high-level person with piloting skill. And this can be just any expert. Let's send Arnold Squidink along, just to get some XP on him. Because this is gonna, well, this is not gonna push us up the next level by itself. So maybe I do want to bring the survey scanner. Yeah, probably. All right, go to it, kids.
Currently insufficient donation stands. This may lead to insufficient donations.
All right, I'm not loving the redundant
These have been prevented from
exhibits,
escaping. Phew.
but for the moment, you know, what are we gonna do? This is going straight in the
Expedition is leaving.
in the Annihilator, though.
Final call for wherever it is you're going.
All right, with 2 more things coming back, do I also want to build a project? Because we could probably get some value out of some of this other stuff. I guess I'd have to go.
Analysis complete. Learn anything good?
Maybe not. I was gonna say I'd have to go look at some other. We're looking at having to go get some more materials to build with, but we could make a beautification beam. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and build me one of those. It's cheap. Everybody seems to like them. My ancient anatomic fabricator for 22k. The money is less important to me than the artifact at this point. And unfortunately, I think our hands are pretty much tied. We're just waiting for these guys to come back.
Announcement. We're currently not taking donations. Not as many as we could. Donation stands are full.
Yeah, it's weird that, like, we haven't changed our number of security guards or anything, but the rate at which the donation stands get picked up has seemed to be pretty variable. Seems to just sort of like walk all around. Guests love the short ticket queues. They love all of the decoration work we've done. They love spending money at the tiny weird gift shop.
The expedition team are back from the bone mill.
All right, show me dinosaur parts, not another flower. Hell yeah. All right, we just get one more. This thing is 38. We're pushing toward 58. We're putting so much effort into such a small amount of this creature. Such a small amount of buzz from this creature, I should say. All right. We have finished this, which means it is time for the Flapidactyl to go in. This will actually help get us toward that POI that we don't have unlocked yet. And then I feel like I was about to do something else. Well, I'm certainly about to place this beautification beam. What if we set it like back here? Well, remember, kids have to walk to this side of the dinosaur to get up inside of it. So why don't we put this like right here instead? There's still paths around it, but you can approach it from either of these sides and be able to see the panel, presumably. Puts us on 2949. We are so very close. Come on, something that's worth at least 51 buzz. Okay, not yet.
Guests found soiling for plants will be handed over for mulching.
Yep, and you can see the sprinkler here doing its sprinkling thing. Okay, we're still doing that one. Discovered everything here, we're still, yeah, we're good on that. There's not a huge number of places left to look for new stuff. And I do love new stuff. Yeah, maybe it's time to go to the Chomper Jungle. We've seen these things, but we've not seen them for this museum. And we could still use a couple more botany exhibits for like leveling up our mulch thing and whatnot. We know that the Chomper Pit is absolutely huge, though. Neither the Chomper Pit nor Chomper Jr., I bet, will fit into the area that we have left. So maybe we don't go for this. You know what? Oh, we're missing security. Okay, so somebody with survival skills, critical survival skills, is out on their own. It is frustrating in these moments having to obey the rules of the UI. I guess I should just be going back and getting... do I want to make the move here? How difficult is this expedition? Oh, this is the one that we needed the cheese for, right? Well, it doesn't seem to matter too much who we bring with us, if we're going to use the cheese anyway. It just removes the lowest one. Alright, sorry about the little hiccup there. It did give me a moment, though, to play around with our loadout here, and it looks like the rank cheese, it does not just expunge one level event, and it doesn't get them all. You can see here, it was able to list the bump the rank of our team from 14 to 24. So it's exactly 10 levels, which means if we could get a 3-person team to level 20, then we could manage this and pull some new stuff from it, and I don't actually think that's that unreasonable. If we just throw our supernatural guy into the into the level up Afterlife Academy node here a couple of times, right? He should gain a lot of levels very quickly. So yeah, let's do that for a minute while we're working.
Guests found soiling the plants will be handed over for mulching.
Oh, and we have unlocked a new item, the Relic River. It looks like kind of a large decoration, yeah? How big is that? I'm looking for prehistoric. Wait, was I looking for prehistoric? Is that not the thing that we just pulled? Yeah, prehistory. Huh. Am I just missing it? Certainly not a botany thing. Unfortunately, there are not great, like, search tools. I certainly can't type Relic River in here and have it come up, so... But yeah, that doesn't look unlocked to me. Hit claimed. Alright.
Complete.
Oh, it's a workshop.
Knowledge has increased.
It's a workshop project. What have you produced now? It's it's a Flintstones ass lamp is what it is. Although obviously a Flintstones lamp would in some way it would be a dinosaur. This can't possibly be a Flintstones lamp because it's not a living. Okay, what is the Relic River? It's an interactive exhibit, one assumes. Live out your artifact finding fantasies with minimal stress and lukewarm water. Okay, you know what? Go ahead and build one of those. We still do need a little bit more buzz, and an interactive exhibit will absolutely generate some buzz.
So reminded that we are monitoring the exhibits.
We also have opened up the Primordial Soup Kitchen by reaching level 10 Enlightenment in Prehistory. Some points of interest provide huge experience for experts of a particular theme. Yes, we have learned all about that already. I guess I was supposed to have gotten this much earlier. And then that leads on to Must End. What a name for a place. The land has to end somewhere, sometimes, and where it does, there's woodland, water sources, and previously dinosaurs, by the wagon load. So, we have to display 4 completed skeletons. We have certainly done that. Then we need an expert, a prehistory expert specifically, with 2 levels of rapid restoration to actually go there. So here's a question. Do we have a prehistory expert who has 1 level of rapid restoration and a slot open? And the answer is no. Inconvenient. The closest we have is Bill, I think. If we can get Bill Eggman to 10. You unfortunately are a botany expert and will not be able to come on that expedition with us.
Guests should remain cautious.
We can take a quick look here.
Alien life norms.
Nope. Okay, so we might be sending some people to the bonus XP nodes quite aggressively for the next level bit here. But for right now, what I need is just for this to come back with the right kind of thing. The sad part is this isn't even going to get us the star. There's still going to be a quarter of a circle of progress to earn somehow. Feels like we're doing a lot of work.
There's a crate on the helipad. Oh, and the expedition team have returned safely.
Oh my god. It becomes clickable so slowly. It is, in fact, the rest of the Nimbledons, so...
Also good news.
That's cool, but maybe not actually sufficient. 2964. It is very cool, though. Yeah, our fossil collection is kicking ass. We're doing some wonderful work over here. What are you? What kind of alien is a space enthusiast? He loves cheese moonger artifacts. We wouldn't have any cheese moonger stuff in this museum, sadly. He wants to see 3,500 total buzz. That is unlikely to occur. What do we have here? Okay, botany examination, whatever. Please bring it on. So we can't go to this node. We're still not able to quite get to this node. I think the best thing to do at this point is to just go somewhere and get some cheap prehistory stuff, but prehistory stuff where we still will benefit from the knowledge bonus. So, like, yeah, this wouldn't be a bad one, right? It would be cool if you were level 7 and also had that. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Probably don't want to send him speedy. But it is sandstorm season, so like helicopter damage is already on the wheel. Yeah, go fast. Whatever, the odds are slightly in favor of the helicopter getting damaged. The important thing is knowledge.
Good luck to our team departing on an expedition. I'm sure you'll need it.
Alright, is there any place where we can generate, like, we're really close now. Is there any place where we can generate enough?
Announcement and exit.
So I need 36. We can push up here a little bit. We can push up over here a little bit. We might be able to make this happen. So these things are just missing, like, their buzz bonuses, right? Hologram, floating balls, space probe. Floating balls and space probe, we have those. Did we ever earn the hologram? The hologram was like pretty late, wasn't it? If I remember correctly. Yeah, we're still not there. But floating balls I can do. What else was it? It was floating balls. It was also a space probe. You're just not at maximum decoration level somehow. Doesn't really make sense, but okay. We can fix that. What if I put a space gibbon generator thingy kind of next to you over here where it's not really doing anything? It's unobtrusive. Huh, that did not generate any buzz at all, or any decoration level at all, that Earth decal. Nope, didn't pick that up. There we go. That's weird. I was kind of thinking, like, it almost must be the case that there's some stuff that's not counting for everything, because otherwise... Put this here like it's reading the amount that's in the thing. Okay, everything's at maximum decoration now. What is still missing its buzz bonus? Because you need a hologram, which we can't get you. You need a space gibbon bollard. You need floating balls. You need a hologram. And you need a space... Jesus Christ. There's a space probe right here. How is this not close enough? There we go. Okay, then we need some... These things are very finicky. It feels to me like the space ones in particular. The floating walls was this one. No, it was something I could have sworn. God, everything needs hologram. Hologram is by far the most common. It's wild when you consider how far up the list it is. Okay, a space gibbon bollard. Is that one? That looks like that's one we don't have either, huh? What would that even look like? Okay, yep. Level 24. Level 24 enlightenment they ask for. I guess it makes a little bit more sense that the space stuff can ask for higher level we can have higher level requirements because they give you so many free power cells. So you can burn a lot of power cells. Okay, you just want to be near any science decoration. You know, it's not super well lit over here. What if we just installed a little wall lamp? And then these things need a little bit more decoration in general. Let's put up like a banner. A banner should be exciting. This thing's not, we're not gonna be able to cap this one off, but we can push this one up to, oh man, we're still like 50 points short. That stuff probably all needed to happen, but I also need to get an actual expedition in here. Exhibit in here.
Sir Nigel Bickleworth.
All right, well, we're building one.
Radio. Greetings. Today you're in fantastic company.
We're probably not going to be pulling one from the
Nigel Bickleworth, the only DJ on 2 Point Radio.
from the helicopters.
For
Like,
roughly the next 20 minutes.
I
Enjoy it while you can.
I want to be leveling people up with the helicopters.
Yes, asking.
Right, we have important stuff to do aside from just accomplishing this goal. Things that will be relevant for all future goals.
Expert needed to restore exhibit.
So I think I'm comfortable pretty much just waiting for that interactive exhibit to finish in order to get the buzz we're looking for. Which means
Yes,
we're very focused on bonus XP and enlightenment for the moment. Yep. And that one is going in the Historifier. So this skeleton needs to be in a cold area. We can extend the cold area, I guess, up here. This is gonna be kind of a weird, because like the type of this is dinosaur bones, not frozen fines. So it doesn't really play well with the yeah, it doesn't really play well with the tours over here, but I think we're at the limit of how far people are willing to walk for a tour in this area anyway. So maybe this isn't such a big deal that this is over here by itself. And this, you know, this is doing something for us. We're getting 30 buzz, and we can't really fix that. 30's as high as that's going. But still, that takes us to 3040 of 3067.
to find a donation stand.
We're getting kind of closer, kind of. So we need this this supernatural expert to end up at like level 7-ish, right? Something in that neighborhood. And you sorry, we're not doing witch stuff, we're doing bone belt stuff. You actually can go to the Primordial Soup Kitchen. Back in the day, everything crawled down to the Primordial Soup Kitchen for some steaming hot progress. Still bursting with potential and ladles of life, explorers will evolve from the experience. Let's see if this is more or less than the base value here. And I think the plan is just to push Bill Eggman up to up to 10. Costs 25,000, just like the other one does.
Paranoid. Unless you're a thief, you can keep going.
Alright, the analysis room thing has started. Everybody's looking for someplace to drop some money. Might behoove me to have a second donation stand in this area.
Use the exhibit that requires restoration. I'm pretending it's not there.
Okay. Seems like things are pretty relaxed then.
The expedition team are departing now. I'm always so glad that I don't have to go.
You know, at least she's honest. Honestly, I think this museum's running really well. I think there's a lot going on here that we can be proud of, and we have enough money to do another like letting a corner out and expanding space, even before we ever think of connecting to another lot or whatever. It does kind of strike me that it doesn't seem like there's much need for all of this extra space that they give you. Alright, so this should do it. Relic River, an interactive experience for the children. How big is it? Oh, it's pretty big. Do we have enough space to tuck it into, like... No, it's actually very large. Well... Right? If we just move some of this stuff around. Okay, come on, you. We know you want to sit in the thing. There we go. Just barely, though. It's really quite huge. I know you work in a world of displays and exhibits, but that doesn't mean you're not showing off. The place is wonderful, almost obnoxiously so. And so, 4 stars on this museum. Will unlock the ability to build park benches. If you can believe it. Somehow, that was a thing we didn't have the ability to do yet.
From now and then to now and again, our show is criticised for being a little too broad in subject matter, perhaps too ambitious in scope. But on Digging Deeper, we aim to broaden our collective horizons one step at a time. Each show, another shovel of dirt on the long road down to enlightenment. So, while we're hoping for a show about everything for everyone, sometimes that might look a bit like a show about anything for anyone.
Indeed. Your success has already done wonders for 2 Point County. The museum's on track to receive a world-class 5-star rating. We just need something big and splashy to get us over the line. The mayor's office has already taken plenty of credit for your museums, so it's about time they did something for us. A personal endorsement from the mayor is just the thing to get the wheels of bureaucracy a-rolling. On her special mayoral visit, she'll expect amazing and interesting exhibits of the highest quality, beautifully decorated spaces, and outstanding tours. Yep, sounds like a world-class museum to me. So... Okay, we have to push to Enlightenment level 15 in prehistory just to finish the map. Or like, explicitly to finish the thing, even if we don't want to actually go to that node. So that's, you know, good to know in one sense and kind of a pain in the ass in another. But it's fine. We were going to do it anyway, so it's actually fine, right? Everything's fine. People will just go around. So this is a weird little display. I guess kids go sifting and discover cool stuff in the gross water. So yeah, that's where we're at on our way to the 5th star. Receiving an exceptional inspection. Activate Buzz Bonnets, display exhibits at maximum knowledge with high decoration ratings, and run incredible tours. My tours are very good. Our knowledge ratings are less so challenging. One might fairly say our knowledge ratings are a little bit challenging. But now that we've finally managed to put that challenge away, let's go ahead and call it there for the day. I think that could be it for right now. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we are absolutely going to push this museum up to 5 stars. It seems like it should be quite a lot easier to obtain this 5th star than it was to obtain the 4th, unless there is some kind of like terrible objective hiding behind the mayor's visit. And if there is, you know what? You'll find that out at the same time I do. So come back next time for that, and we'll see you then.